Okay, so hi everyone. Time to have a little update, see what's happening in the markets. I'm gonna start with investing.com. You can see the price of oil much higher, back at $70. So the alarm is the alert, whatever you want to call it, is off in the markets. Stock markets are rising. The Nasdaq is up 3% today. To put all this on a headline, bulls take charge as Omicron concerns ease. So I guess we were right. November 29th. Um, our personal opinion, my personal opinion, is that the mutation, the Omicron, is most likely gonna not be that bad after all. Okay, so I didn't expect a big crisis to unfold, and it didn't happen. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Obviously, we had the massive crash. Yeah, it was a crash. You see the price came close to 41,000, 42,000. It find an old. You see the week managed to go back up real fast. But for the time being, the price is still struggling. So we did manage to break over the 50,000 again, which is a strong psychological support now. And the price failed to go up to 52, is coming down probably to get a test at the 50. Now, what do I expect from oil? Well, very simply, I expect oil to pump on Friday. This Friday, the 11th of the month. So that would be around here, the 11th. Okay. So during the this period, I expect the price until then to continue having its ups and downs, most likely finding some support here and going sideways. And then over here, I expect the price to fly considerably. Now, why is this so? Well, very simply, because on Friday we have the CPI, we have the Consumer Price Index coming out in the US. In other words, we have the new inflation. And inflation is nothing but transitory. So recently, Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve President, has parked the word transitory. He took it out of the equation. He said we cannot call inflation transitory anymore. And when he did that, he caused a lot of panic in the stock market. So you understand, if they increase interest rates, uh, first of all, this is what happens when they decrease interest rates after the 2008 crisis. Inflation going up, stock markets going up, but you see that the situation is getting out of control. So if you see how inflation has accelerated now, it's almost going up vertically this year. So we need to watch out for this. And guys, what is the best way to hedge against inflation? Well, that is probably Bitcoin. I would say, okay, gold and silver as well. We have indications that silver is going to become a very hot asset in the next month, I believe. But let's stick to Bitcoin because I understand that most of you have this concern about Bitcoin. So yes, I do expect Bitcoin to rise dramatically right before or during this Friday. For the time being, it's not convinced. I mean, the Nasdaq is recovering, is going up fast, but the correlation has broken. So the indices right now are performing better than Bitcoin. That again has to do with all the regulations we've been hearing about. You know, buy crypto, you have to pay tax, etc. Get used to it. It's happening, and so on. So things are changing, and we need to also take a look at altcoins. It's very, very important to understand that unfortunately for those that don't have the habit to take profit, things are going to increasingly become a hassle. So if we got on Bitcoin on 20 cents, that's half of the success. Uh, Big success was to actually take profits. Okay. Now, all these maybe make sense, maybe doesn't make sense. So I am planning to do something very special for next year, for 2022, and learn the FX Professor spot strategy in order to know when and how to take profit, reallocate, and so on. And at the same time, we will be looking at new projects that they are promising, that they are in the beginning. and so on. So some initial coin offerings, etc., as well as stocks. Okay. In the same time, we are always prepared to see the time that the US decides to increase the interest rates, then there is going to be turbulence in the market and we will need to go short on the indices, but that is a little bit further down the road. For the time being, we wait for the inflation to come out on Friday, and we do expect that to boost the price of Bitcoin up because the Bitcoin is right now the ultimate hedge against inflation. Okay. Now, I understand that we've had a difficult week, okay, with this. Um, it wasn't perfect. The timing wasn't perfect. I mean, we had issued um, alerts when we knew things were unclear with Bitcoin, but yet we did end up getting a little bit off guard. So we had a massive drop, especially when they broke the 52,000 and it came all the way under so far. But it was not something that we didn't have, um, you know, it's not like it couldn't happen. It did happen. And of course, it's affecting altcoins dramatically. So hopefully Friday we will get to see a good uh, rebound for Bitcoin and be able to go much higher. At the end of the day, there are so many reasons why. This is a very nice profile route. Actually, I came across this for the first time today, and some of the material, it's not things that we haven't seen before, but some of the analysis is really encouraging that we could see further rise. After all, it's not just the stock to flow model. There are various studies that they show the potential for Bitcoin, and we do expect Bitcoin to go a lot higher sooner or later. So keep your eyes and ears open and know this. Friday's inflation data is going to be a huge day for Bitcoin. It has happened before. If inflation is high, and I have a feeling for the Federal Reserve coming out before the CPI, a few days before the CPI and coming out with revising their wording, it means that we could very possibly expect an increase. Remember that last time in November 10, they got a 0.9% instead of 0.6, and right now the expectation is for 0.7. So anything beyond that, the 0.8, 0.9, or even worse, 1.0, that is gonna show how big the inflation is, how big the situation is, and in that case, Bitcoin will be able to rise. And I'm saying Bitcoin, not necessarily all of the altcoins or some of the altcoins. So remember to choose wisely. So basically, out of the top 10, we have Bitcoin at 50,800. 50,000 is now support, and hopefully it will stand so that we can see something closer to the 58 to 60,000 later on this week. Yes, it is possible. At the same time, uh, Binance Coin is close to our target of 590. Solana, it's below 200, so watch out. Remember, um, Cardano went close to 3 round number, and it ended up now being at 140. So when you hear a lot of big round numbers, be on alert. Personally, I like AVAX, so I believe AVAX will make it to the top 10, and some other tokens that I post periodically on TradingView, well, not periodically, on a daily basis. So watch out for those, and of course the metaverse tokens like Sand, Mana, and my favorite at this period, which is Hero. So Ethereum, and by the way, allow me to say, guys, always have a chart that looks bearish to you and go short, yeah, or you're always gonna be in trouble, okay? I've been in this industry forever. That's what I always do. I got used to it. So when the market drops, at least we had Ethereum dropping as expected, and we got this idea pretty nicely. Now looking at Ethereum, this is a live chart. Obviously, it does have support over here and here, but again, it's not very encouraging um, chart to trade, so I don't feel very comfortable. I wouldn't buy it, and under this level here, I will have to go short again. Okay, so that's me. Now, Phantom, which also is in trouble right now, although I have high expectations from Phantom, and I mentioned I do expect it to go to the top 10. For the time being, momentarily, it looks like it's under pressure, so maybe it needs to go lower again before it can find the strength to go higher. At least it has this very nice support at $1.2, and that support has been justified over here. It has really worked nicely. Similar situation with Engine and Algorand. Okay, Algorand will need to pass the 1.8 before we can buy. So buy stop. Okay, support here, but the price might drop to 1.5, and that of course will depend on the market as such. When it comes to the metaverse, we have Mana, which is getting rejected at 4.2. So now this is another short until 3.4 or even 2.5 before the price can have a rebound. For the time being, it's not convincing, and I would buy either lower or over 4.25. Sand looks a little bit better because it has closer support at 4.6, but again, same scenario, getting rejected at the same level, and that's 5.9. So the price exploration will need to pass through some support at 2.46. So things are not so great with altcoins. We do understand that, you do understand that, and so on. I'm gonna close with Solana, which we have gone short today, and we've just closed at some profit over here. So we'll see if it will rebound from here. But even if it does rebound, it tends to get, you know, these levels here where it's clearly the ceiling. So hopefully it doesn't drop lower, because from here it can end up being at 1.69. So again, this chart does not look good either. Now, a lot of you on Shiba Inu, a lot of not just people from who I met from TradingView or uh, from Telegram, from my activities online, but also my friends that I meet with them sometimes. We have coffee or we meet on Discord, or friends from when we play some Call of Duty. So I don't know what to say, guys. I've told you, when you have such success buying from here or from here, and the price goes all the way up there, you need to learn how to take profits. If you don't learn how to take profits and cash out parts of your investments so that you can get your investment back, get a profit, get a good profit, leave some just in case it goes higher, because all this profit that you will take here is money that you can buy again here, or why not even lower further down the road. So Shiba Inu doesn't look good at all. So this is the market right now. Doesn't look great. A lot of you have lost your energy. I can feel this because messages have been decreased dramatically, but this is something that we are used to. This is something that I am used to. Remember to hedge, remember to take profit, and everything is going to be fantastic. Take care.